From snowy summits of Himalaya to the roaring Indian Ocean, from the dry Thar Desert to the exotic green forest in Meghalaya. It is the country of rich culture and diverse heritage. It is home to the holy Ganga, where millions drown their sins in hopes of divine salvation. However, the slow agitation is around the bend for something that easily overpowers its beauty, its peace, its chaos, and what India essentially is. That something is drugs. Most people don't realize this, but Hinduism was built on the idea of using psychoactive drugs, which induces states of enhanced awareness, expanding the user's spiritual perceptions. Many depictions of the gods even had them consuming it. In addition to the majority of artwork describing Lord Shiva, he is often depicted smoking ganja out of his chillam. Consuming weed is now considered as part of the culture and religion. Millions of Hindus get high on the festivals such as Holi and Mahashivratri in the name of pleasing Lord Shiv. Keeping aside the religious aspect, today's youth is also heavily influenced in substance abuse by the pop culture. It plays a large role in shaping the expectations, approach, and behavior in regards to consumption of numerous intoxicants. The infamous Bob Marley brought marijuana into the mainstream culture through his music. He regarded the use of ganja as a holy sacrament. The famous song Ganja Gun is still regarded as a legendary bop. Moreover, number of iconic hip-hop artists also consume drugs, from Xanax to Adderall to Percocet to codeine cough syrup, lean. There's a medicine's cabinet worth of drugs that are influencing, inspiring, and in some cases destroying artists, as well as the youth that looks up to them.
Living in a world that pushed us to the curb just because they couldn't look at us the way we deserve to be looked at. Not as your criminals, not as your subjects, but as humans. With no home to turn to, with nobody to lean on. Helpless. Where do we go from here? Where?
The United Nations declared India as South Asia's largest consumer of recreational drugs, heroin to be specific, with the trade value worth being almost $1.5 billion. India records at least 10 drug and alcohol-related suicides every day. And yet, only 1 in 20 drug addicts in India get treatment at a hospital. With the drug circuit this vast in India, it is an ever-growing social issue that needs to be tackled. The crew visited Hands for You, a well-known rehabilitation facility in Mumbai, to dig deeper into the story of the patients trying to rebuild their life from the grounds up, and how the rehab is extending a helping hand to the ones in need.
Hi, my name is Ashish and I'm an addict.
Hi, my name is Rudra. I am an alcoholic, a drug addict.
Hello everyone, myself and I'm a recovering addict.
मैं एक नॉर्मल किड था, मतलब एडिक्शन शुरू होने के पहले रोज स्कूल जाना, मम्मी लेके आती थी स्कूल.
I'm a scriptwriter by profession.
Last qualification I did my MBA in retailing and I have a good family. I'm working for a good reputed company as well. All things I have, all that a normal person has it in my life.
Major influences of drug use in my life were probably pop culture. I I had a rock band. I was majorly into the music scene. So that whole lifestyle of that accompanies rock music and that whole Western music side, I think that's where a lot of influence of drug came from, a lot of substance use came from.
I used to not smoke till 10th and 11th.
एक दिन आया जब अंदर से ही फील आई, ये लोग पी रहे तो मैं क्यों नहीं पी सकता, ट्राई तो करना चाहिए सिगरेट।
हाँ, वो खांसी भी आया स्टार्टिंग के स्टेज में, बट लेकिन यहाँ जैसे सब लोग, आप लोगों को भी पता है कि सिगरेट पीने के स्टार्ट में खांसी आ ही जाता है, बाद में फिर वो गोस फिर गुड फील फैक्टर में चला जाता है। वो
8 स्टैंडर्ड में गया, ग्रुप में एक नई चीज आई, वीड। पहले दिन जब पी तभी तो कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा था।
I kind of thought that it's not the real stuff, it's something else. But as the effect came on, it kind of creeped up on us. And within the next 20 minutes, 30 minutes, there was heavy paranoia. I started procuring more greens, the more green stuff, the more purer stuff. So there were places around Bombay, outskirts of Bombay, where we used to go and score. We used to make a trip at least like once a month or maybe sometimes twice a month, procure large bags of it for all our groups, the whole group of friends, we used to sit.
तो 12th का बोर्ड का मैंने लास्ट फाइनल एग्जाम दिया, तो लास्ट एग्जाम के दिन मेरे को अंधेरी में बुलाया था, क्लब में, क्लब करके जगह है, नाइट टेक है, वहाँ पे मैं इंटरव्यू के लिए गया। तो वहाँ पे मैं सिलेक्ट हो गया। सिलेक्ट हुआ तो एक नई लाइफ चालू हुई मेरी वहाँ से, मतलब यूजिंग की। मतलब लोग आते थे तो अपने टेबलों पे बुलाते थे खड़े रहने के लिए, स्कॉटिंग के लिए, उनके उसके साथ में लड़कियां भी होती थी। क्राउड इतना बढ़ जाता था कि उन लोग खुद को नहीं संभाल पाते थे, तो उनकी लड़कियों को क्या संभालेंगे। तो वो जो एडिक्शन यूज कर रहे, तो एक चांस है अपने को भी यूज करने का। पूछते थे उन लोग करना है क्या, पर ना बोलना अपने ऊपर था। वहां पे मैंने ना नहीं बोला, वहां पे हाँ बोल दिया मैंने, हाँ करूंगा मैं भी।
उसके बाद में मेथ और कोक स्टार्ट हो गया।
मतलब मेरा एडिक्शन, मेरा फील गुड फैक्टर मेरे को इतना दबाते जा रहा है अंदर कि मेरे को वहां पे ही अच्छा लग रहा है।
Sleep with my bong next to my bed. I'm waking up in the morning, I'm doing a bong hit, getting to my work, working 12 hours, 13 hours, sneaking in bong hits in the middle.
हम लोग के एरिया में एक बिल्डर करके उसकी साइट बन रही थी, तो उसका मैनेजर जो था, उसे मतलब जो मेन नंबर का था हम लोग का, जिसने ये प्लान बनाया था, उसके 9 रूम थे वहाँ पे। तो 9 रूम में से उसको खाली 7 ही रूम मिले, और 2 रूम देने के लिए वो बिल्डर बहुत नाटक कर रहा था। तो साइट पे से अच्छे पैसे भी आ रहे थे उसको, मतलब रोज का बैठना पीना नशा करना सब वहाँ पे चलता था, यूजिंग उसकी साइट पे चल रहा था वो। तो एक दिन वो ऑफिस में गया, पता नहीं उसको गाली वाली देके वहां से भगा दिए, बोले तेरा रूम नहीं मिलेगा, पैसा नहीं मिलेगा। हम लोग सब बाहर खड़े इसके ऑफिस के, मतलब हम लोग को पता नहीं था कि ऐसा कुछ सीन होने वाला। अंदर गया, अंदर तो उसको पूछा तू पैसा दे रहा है कि नहीं दे रहा है, तो उसने बोला नहीं दिया। तो बस इतनी सी बात हुई दोनों के बीच में, इतनी आवाज आई बाहर। फिर तो कांच वाच टूटने की आवाज आई, अंदर जाके देखा तो उसकी ये 4-5 उंगली गायब थी। बोला ये क्या हो गया, मेरे को कुछ समझ में ही नहीं आ रहा था। चल रहा था वहां पे, सब चूड़ा सब भाग रहे, यहाँ तो खून में ही गिर जा रहे, पूरा फ्लोर पे खून हो गया था। वो खून बहुत स्लिपरी था, स्लिप हो जा रहे, पूरे कपड़े पे खून लग गए, सब यहाँ वहां भाग रहे। तो वो चीज के लिए भी हम लोग को लेके गए 1.5 महीने के लिए। तो पापा ने वही बोला मेरे को कि अभी तूने जो करने का था कर लिया, अभी एक बार सिर्फ मेरी सुन के देख, और एक जगह सोची है मैंने, वहां पे चले जा।
बोले चलो रियाद में जाते हैं, एडमिशन ले लेते हैं, ये करते हैं वो कर। आई सेड नो, आई डोंट वांट टू, बिकॉज उस टाइम पे आई डिडंट नो व्हाट इज द डिजीज इज ऑल अबाउट। आई यूज्ड टू से कि यार मेरे पास कंट्रोल हो सकता है, आई हैव माय सेल्फ विल, आई कैन कंट्रोल दिस, आई कैन कंट्रोल दैट, कल से नहीं करूंगा। बट लेकिन वही कल से नहीं करूंगा, वो एक कल कब आता था पता ही नहीं चलता था।
I came to the rehabilitation center around 7 months ago. My family saw there were some problems going on in my life. I couldn't see them.
तो डैड ने मेरे को रात को 3 बजे कॉल किया, बोला देख आशीष, अभी तूने जो करना था कर लिया, एक बार सिर्फ मेरी बात सुन और देख, अगर उसके बाद कुछ भी गलत होता तो तेरी लाइफ है, देखो जैसा करना है वैसा कर, मैं कुछ नहीं बोलूँगा, खाली एक बार मेरी बात सुन और यहाँ पे चले जा, बहुत अच्छी जगह है।
Initially when I came here, I was sort of scared. I didn't know where I was going, how it's going to be. I had never really been without any kind of substance. Like marijuana started like 4 years ago, but tobacco started way back. Started like 14 years ago. So I was always scared about leaving that part of life where addiction was a major part. So when I came into the rehab first time, there was a period of detox where I was in the detox center, in the detox room, and there was certain bit of paranoia, there was certain anger issues. I think they were part of the withdrawals. There was jitteriness. there was nervousness inside. It was all kind of taken care of by certain counseling, by certain medications.
Sometimes it's hard to realize one's own addiction, but when they do realize it, they come to face the harsh reality of life. That is, the stigmatization that they may encounter if they try to reach out for help. But does this really happen? Does the stigma really exist?
आजकल का यूथ बहुत बिगड़ रहा है इन अ वे, लाइक प्रॉब्लम से भागने के लिए या क्योंकि घर पे प्रॉब्लम्स है, स्कूल में प्रॉब्लम्स है, मार्क्स के इशू, पेरेंट्स के इशू, इसकी वजह से लोगों को लगता है कि ड्रग्स इज एन इजी एस्केप एंड एवरीवन इज डूइंग इट, व्हिच इज कम्प्लीटली रॉन्ग. ऐसे टेम्परेरीली बेटर फील करने के लिए आप अपना पूरा लाइफ थोड़ी ना बर्बाद कर सकते हैं.
It's not a bad thing. It's totally their choice. If it is making them happy, like why not?
असं वाटते की ड्रग्स घेणं फार चुकीचं आहे, कारण की बॉडीला नुकसान होऊ शकतं आणि जर लहान मुलांना ड्रग्सची लत लागली तर ते सुटताना फार मुश्किल होते. त्यामुळे ड्रग्स घेणं खूप वाईट आहे असं मला वाटतं. सोसायटीला फार मोठ्या प्रमाणात एफेक्ट करतात, कारण की ड्रग्सने आयुष्य बर्बाद होऊ शकतं, पैसेही भरपूर जाऊ शकतात.
एक्चुअली ड्रग्स वगैरह है ना बहुत बहुत बेकार है हमारे, मतलब जो हम लोग के इधर एरिया में चल रहा है. और ऊपर से लोग कुछ होते हैं कि बच्चों के थ्रू से ड्रग्स सेल कर रहे हैं, और ये सब चीज़ हमें जल्द से जल्द बंद करवाना चाहिए अपने एरिया में, मुंबई में हर जगह.
असं तर वाईटच आहे. मेन म्हणजे ज्याकडे पैसे आहे म्हणजे तोच करू शकतो, असं काय नाही. पण कोणाकडे काय पैसे नाही, विषय नाही, त्याला आदत लागून जाते, त्याला तर त्यातच घुसून टाकते, तो त्यातच म्हणजे वेस्ट होते त्याची लाईफ.
तुला काय वाटतं जे ड्रग्स घेतात ते गुन्हेगार आहेत का?
हो, हे खरं आहे. ड्रग्स विकणं ही देखील गुन्हेगारच आहेत आणि जे ड्रग्स घेतात ते फार मोठे गुन्हेगार आहेत.
If there is one thing we have learned, it's that addiction is a disease that needs to be cured rather than a crime that needs to be punished. At least that's what our experts have to say.
Hello, my name is Khalid, and this is Hands Free Rehab. I'm the center in charge out here.
My name is Dinesh Shupendran. I'm an addiction therapist. I'm an international certified addiction professional, working in the field for more than 14 years.
My name is Ashutosh Jathar. मैं यहाँ पर एक ऐसी हैसियत से काम करता हूँ where I take care of the patient's medical needs, basically their general health. वो सब काम यहाँ पे कर रहा हूँ.
To talk about drugs, any psychoactive substance are called drugs. The addiction changes your brain structure, changes the way you think, changes the way you feel, changes the way you behave. For an example, see, there are a lot of people, they eat sweets. Everyone doesn't get diabetic. Am I right? So the same way, there are a lot of people, they try to use alcohol or other substance use only to enjoy the feel good effect. It is not their intention that they end up in a rehab or they want to be called as an addict. He starts for a social or occasional purpose, then he uses it regularly somewhere, then the chronic usage comes, then he becomes an addict. So that's why I said it's a process, it happens. So somewhere around, people, once they come into the treatment center, a proper kind of awareness is being given to them. There are various kind of sessions have been taught to the client, like psychoactive psychotherapists, like rational emotive behavioral therapy, like cognitive behavioral therapy, like mindfulness. So this therapies help the client to introspect basically to his fullest. We tell the client the treatment period is not only about what you stay in the rehab. Even the treatment has to continue even when you go outside. So we tell them once an alcoholic or an addict, he is always an alcoholic.
To ensure that everyone is keeping in good health. छोटे मोटे problems आते रहते हैं because of their past history. तो वो सब देखते रहना पड़ता है. Apart from that, और थोड़ी बहुत चीजें रहती हैं, we take care to maintain their health. There are a lot of them carrying some illness from earlier. जब वो नशे में थे तो कभी उसकी तरफ ध्यान नहीं दिया, तब वो उभर आता है. So all those small things are taken care of on a regular basis, plus health vitamin supplements and things. So basically it's just to ensure that mentally and physically they keep sound.
The patient who come here, there are few patients who come willingly and there are few patients who come unwillingly. They come, the parents, they get them here. We do the complete detoxification and withdrawal management. So once the client is shifted to the dormitory, that's when the whole program starts. Alright, so we give our clients a mixture of everything. We educate them about the disease. Alright, we tell them how they have got affected because of drugs, and then how they're going to overcome it. We show them movies as well. We have movie sessions, dance sessions, different sessions are there. We give them approximately 2.5 to 3 hours a day. That's the recreation time where they get into sports activities, sports or maybe games like table tennis, carrom board, chess, ludo, etc.
A typical day at Hands for you starts off on a peaceful note with a daily prayer. The patients stand in a circle, joining their hands and reciting a prarthana, expressing their gratitude to God for the food, clothes, and a roof above their head. They pray for the betterment of their physical and mental health. After this, they proceed to do their morning exercises and yoga, which is of great importance in their journey to regain their health, an absolute unskippable step to their daily routine. It helps them control their mind, body, and soul. It brings discipline and helps manage stress and anxiety. This not only relaxes the body, but this also keeps their craving at bay. Before having their lunch, they thank the ones who prepared the meal with love, hard work, and diligence. And then they eat their food, which consists of all nutrients needed to help regain their health. The food is rich in proteins, fiber, multivitamin, and the right amount of carbohydrates and fats. They also have group sessions wherein they are taught the reasons for their addiction and why it was bad and why it was necessary to overcome it. They all prepared personal notes for the same and study. Other than this, they also have one-to-one personal sessions with the counselor where they can talk about their problems. The rehab seeks to improve communication and coping skills. They help them strengthen their self-esteem and promote behavior change for optimum mental health. The experts at the rehab also believe that dancing is a great way to elevate the patient's mood. It is not only a great way to stay fit, but it also contributes in overall sense of happiness. It releases endorphins that gives them a natural high. It also gives them a sense of satisfaction. The music helps them to enjoy the process. These recreational activities do not just end here. They also have a dedicated time to work their brain muscles through games such as chess, carom, table tennis, and so on. These games double as a mental exercise and help them stay sharp and in tune with their reality. They have fun playing these games, and this strengthens their bonds with other patients.
बहुत अच्छा लगता है रिकवरी में, सब चीज़ें सही चलती है, हर एक चीज़ों में हमारी राय ली जाती है, हमें एक इम्पोर्टेंस दिया जाता है, वो चीज़ें अच्छी लगती है। फैमिली की वैल्यू, क्वालिटी टाइम, सबका मतलब मालूम पड़ गया। मतलब क्वालिटी टाइम्स बोले तो क्या, उन लोग के साथ बैठना, बाहर खाना खाने चले गए, वही नहीं होता है। बहुत सी चीज़ें होती हैं यहाँ पे सीखने मिली, के साथ बैठो, क्या प्रॉब्लम है, मैं मदद करूँ, क्या करूँ, सब चीज़ें मतलब एक छोटे छोटे मिनट, सेकेंड्स घर वालों के साथ बहुत ज़रूरी है, वो भी सब पता चलते रिकवरी में आने के बाद प्रोग्राम की मदद से।
For a stoner, it's kind of casual to smoke. They think they're not doing hard drugs, as they say. They fail to recognize that drugs are drugs regardless. It's not hard drugs, it's not soft drugs.
हम लोग किसी से बात नहीं करते हैं, तो हमें ना बात करना चाहिए। बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी होता है कि हमें बात करना चाहिए। Whatever goes in our brain and my mind, we have to tell, we have to ventilate this all.
एक चीज़ के साथ जुड़े रहो तो धीरे धीरे आप भी उसी में घुस जाते हो। वो लोग बहुत यंगर एज में मैं वो गलत काम में चला गया था, वो काम एक्चुअली नहीं था मेरे लिए उस सही टाइम पे।
you need to know that it's an illegal substance right now and you are destroying your life.
Say no to drugs. And there is one more slogan in our addiction this program. It says ki you are not responsible for your disease, but you are surely responsible for your recovery.
What we say, you know, कि people learn from their mistakes, alright? But smart people क्या होते हैं ना, they learn from others' mistakes. Drugs will kill you. It will ruin you. It will destroy you. It will kill you. I always repeat these things because this is the nature of the disease. Drugs, straight no, completely no. Thank you very much.
You cry for the child of the streets who turned to chemicals to feel what they were denied, the warmth of a real hug, real love and real nurture. You cry for those trapped in the cycle of production and distribution. We who fell into this black hole in search of a safe haven, trying to feed our inner demons, who have become addicted to power and adrenaline.